Hey Libra, it's Jen here. Um, I know the lighting may be a little crappy, but I have to have the sun coming in because I haven't seen the sun in a while. So hopefully it will get a little higher pretty soon and you won't be able to see. I mean, you'll be able to see better. Hopefully you won't be able to see this reading at all. Okay, so Libra, mid March, the end of March here. Oh crap, excuse me. Is a bit of a big deal for you guys because it is your full moon. This card certainly came flying out. I didn't see it, but so on March 28th is full moon. I almost said Virgo, so I don't know if there's a Virgo connection. The full moon in Libra, and we'll be in Aries at this point. So we have two cardinal energies. This is an amazing time to start something, or between pandemic, we just had Mercury retrograde. I feel like things are really, really moving forward now. I did have something that came up in the channeling about that with a romantic relationship. So we'll look at that. So why don't I read my channeling and then we'll go look at the cards. I'm going to take this one from the bottom. Okay, so yeah, we got quite a bit of romantic stuff coming up in the channeling for you guys. So it says someone is flirting with you, but it seems like they're kind of like that with everyone. And so you're trying to figure out, like, are they flirting with me or is that just how they are? I think you think they are and you um, find a spark there and, flirt back with them, but you're just not quite sure what. But what I think is kind of funny, this came up for someone recently. I can't remember what sign. Or they may be feeling that way about you. Or maybe you're both both of you are thinking the same thing and it's not going anywhere. Or this could have been happening right at the edge, right before the pandemic. It's like a year ago, but then the lockdown hit and it was kind of like, okay, I guess that's not going anywhere because you just wouldn't run into them anymore. Maybe there's someone you saw on the way to work or at work and you're at home, or sorry if you lost your job, or, there's a million reasons why lockdown would have made you not be able to see someone. And if it was, you have people at work that you're friendly with, but you don't have their cell phone number. You know what I'm saying? And it was just kind of funny because we're so afraid of being vulnerable. And it's just, if you think about like how many relationships or opportunities in general have we lost due to this fear of being vulnerable. I'm sure I've lost a lot because I'm a big wuss. Then I saw a line, so Leo. Leo was coming up for everyone, and there was the Leo full moon at the end of January. And then it kind of stopped in February, just popping out now for you guys. So this could be a Leo person, a fire sign person. It could be energy. It could be timing. So Leo is end of July through most of August. It could have something to do with the sun. So having an aha moment, feeling like you have a lot of energy, just vitality, virility. It can be a lot of passionate relationships, leadership qualities, enthusiasm, passion, inspiration, all of those types of fire sign. And again, we're in Aries, so moving forward, making a decision. So Libra, with the full moon, it's like, what do you need to leave behind in order to bring in what's coming in? Did that make sense? I'm not sure that makes sense, but you know what I mean. Okay, then I got setting boundaries. Sorry. So where I live, people tend to have more land. I live in a very rural area, and there's a certain way you need, if you don't want someone on your property, there's a certain way you need to post it. You need to put signs every, I don't know, 100 feet or something. I'm making that up. But there's a specific way before you can say, hey, this person's trespassing. There has to be some sort of marker so people, you're in the middle of the woods, you don't necessarily know without any markers that you're going on someone else's land. Um, so that could be literally you're thinking of putting up a fence or some sort of boundary or an invisible fence for your dog, or checking your fence and making sure it's in good shape, or putting up signs. But it also could be, someone is not respecting your boundaries. They keep just blowing you off and doing the same thing over and over, or just being disrespectful. And it's hard because it's hard to, lots of times when you set boundaries, you hurt someone's feelings. But how else will they know? I don't know. Things are looking brighter though, like that sun. I mean, the sun came out right as I was doing your channeling. And so that could be just like me. It's been stormy and everything, and dark, and it's getting lighter now here. And the sun coming out, I sat outside in, 28-degree weather yesterday, just for 20, 30 minutes probably, just feeling the sun on my face. So it could just be enjoying the sun like that. But I feel like it's that Leo, again, the Leo energy, right? The sun, the vibrancy, the aha moment, this thing seeming brighter, springs in the air. I just feel that excitement when the seasons change, like a new beginning, a new, a new beginning. You could even just be planning to getting outside, like I was talking about, or gardening, or doing grounding things, being in nature. I'm sorry. And I see a picture of, those, I don't know if they're cast iron. They're probably not. They probably were back in the day. I don't know if they are. Cafe tables, those smaller black tables with sort of the spoolie things. And the matching chairs. I see that. I see you sitting outside with someone. So maybe you're doing a socially distanced get together, but I feel like it's someone you haven't seen in a while, potentially. Just connecting with someone. Okay, so this may be connected to this last thing that kind of came through at the last minute was, okay, if someone had caught your eye, so I feel like this may go back to that flirting. Maybe you had met someone or ran into someone a couple times or something where, again, you don't have you haven't exchanged cell phones at this point, or you're not friends on any social media, but there was a spark, there was something, you felt like it was headed that way, and lockdown happened, and it's just like, okay, well, I have no opportunity to see this person. I feel like something's going to change and start moving forward, or somehow you'll run into them if it's safe for you to do so. And that could be what this scene is, having meeting for coffee or tea or drinks or whatever makes sense. And it might even be a little chilly out, but it feels great, and you're really connecting with someone. It could be a friend, but it could be this potential love interest. And I feel as though things will be different. I feel like the pandemic has sort of shifted things with you. So if there was sort of do they like me? Do they don't? Do they don't? Do they don't? Do they not? That at least one of you, is going to be more assertive or straightforward. Maybe because it's like lockdown made you feel like, what the fuck are we waiting for? Why? I wish I had been more, open before. All right, let's look at the cards. This just came out, and I really like the wording on this card, because I felt like it really it explained one of the things that is hard to explain about this card. So this card, I mean, what this looks to me, you know how when little kids play, they splash each other in the face, and they um, kind of play fight, or they play anything and pretend and all those things, and it can be really fun and stuff, but it can also be a little, it can turn sour quickly. So the Five of Wands is about, it can be playing competition, but then it can be someone who's kind of cutthroat too. That's overly. So if you're the type of person that runs a 5K on the weekends and you just do it because, oh, maybe they're often for charity, and it just keeps you motivated to run throughout the week, and you kind of just track your own time, but you don't really, you're not out there to, if I don't win my little town's 5K, you're just like overly intense about it. So it does say overly ambitious people, because you could have trying to motivate people at work and have a fun contest, and it can be fun for most people, and then one person though could make it seem like this is the Olympics or something like that. So it can be a positive energy, but it can also, depending on if someone is super competitive or can't lose, has a hard time losing, you know what I'm saying? Those people. But it usually does create, maybe it's the boundary, the person you need to set boundaries with, that are just overly intense. Like, look, dude, let's not run together because I don't want. I'm just trying to enjoy my day. Like, this whatevs. So you may sort of back off from someone that's just overly intense about something, because it's just not worth your energy. So what she say? Opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself and other overly ambitious people. The fives are just, things are just irritating enough that you can't just ignore it anymore. You have to do something, take some sort of action. The Emperor. So he came out for Sag already. The Emperor says, you're the one that's going to live with the consequences of your decisions. So you look at all the facts, you consider everything, but again, in the end, you have to make it based on what's best, the best decision for you with where you are at the time. Because if you keep making decisions for other people, you find out when things don't work out, you're alone in dealing with the fallout for the most part. So having that courage, and valuing yourself and what you want most, and being authentic. So your decision may not make everyone happy. I mean, a good leader, they have to make decisions, and it's impossible to make everyone happy. It just is the way it is. And so there's a little bit of a thick skin that's required as well to really live authentically, because your parents may not like it, your so-and-so may not like it. And you just have to still, be true to yourself. What does the card say? Use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized. A firm but compassionate leader. Yeah. It doesn't mean they're cold and not caring, but wow. The majors are making their self-known. Well, you're only the second reading, but still. I think Sag had 3 major arcana. So the High Priestess is an interesting card. If you've had something bubbling up from your subconscious or that you suppress, and it just keeps popping up, a dream, a something, it's time to really examine that. That is yourself, your inner self saying, hey, this is what you really want. This is where your heart lies. This is what's authentic to you. Why do you keep denying it? It's a card about trusting your gut. It's also a card about hidden things, because of those things right below the surface that we don't share for whatever reason, or things that are just plain hidden. Keeping a secret, not telling a lot of. If you don't want people to know your business, don't tell them your business. Discernment. But it's, for me, really about the first part of what I was saying, is trusting your gut and allowing yourself to want what you want. If you've always wanted to be fill in the blank, that's valid. That doesn't necessarily mean you quit your job, but be pursuing that. Don't just completely deny it. Okay, let's keep reading. Oh my God, the wish card. Stop. Wow, you really can't see anything with the sun. Yeah, that did nothing. There we go. Is that better? That's better. The wish card. There's some magic going on here. There's something about this time where you can really, if you have the balls, I'm hearing. That's not gender specific. It's figuratively. If you have the nerve, if you have the courage, that's a nicer way to say it, Jen, to really do what you want. Yeah, it's you. It's just, you're the only one holding you back. Really. I always like to say with the wish card, with this 9 of Cups, don't forget to count the blessings that you do have and the wins, that even the little stupid little things that I hope I find a parking place close to the store, the store or wherever you're going, and one's there, and you're like, yes, and we instantly forget about it. We instantly forget all the ways in which we wish or hope or make a little prayer, whatever your thing is. And when it comes true, how we just sort of let it go. So it's I guess it's a feeling of gratitude for things like that. And the more you look for those things, the more you realize your wishes are coming true all the time, right? I don't think I have anything else to say. So that's your reading, Libra. I hope you have a wonderful end of March. Use that full moon. You can look up on YouTube full moon Libra ritual or something and find a way to use that energy. Usually it's just about, even if you're like, well, I'm not a witch, I'm not into that stuff. It can just be about writing down the things you want to release and writing down the things you want to bring in, and just sort of making them more concrete. It's not necessarily anything, hocus pocus, metaphysical weirdness. It's a very good exercise in kind of getting clear on what you want. I could see that Emperor making a list. Did I read these other cards? I didn't. I don't think I did. So for the High Priestess, trust your intuition. careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. And the Nine of Summer is wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time in life. Yeah, there's something magical about this time for Libra. I definitely feel that. So, okay, take care. Bye.